Hinei matov Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. Hinei matov u'manayim 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 Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. Hinei matov ya la 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 la. Hinei matov ya la 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 la. Hinei matov u'manayim Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. Hinei matov u'manayim Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm really honored to be here and always really grateful when my dear friend Lonnie, Cantor Lonnie, invites me to come to be with you all. And so tonight we have a bit of an occasion. We have Heidi and Hilton Reeves, and they're going to come up and light the candles for us. They just celebrated double high anniversary, and so I wanted to honor you by having you attempt to light the candles in this windy weather. We can just pretend, because you may not light them, but I will try. And you can say the blessings first, and then we'll all chant them together. Even if it lights for a second. Good job. All right, that's yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Wow.
Don't breathe.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Will you face me just for a minute? Say to you, what a blessing, what an amazing journey as 36 years. And so I'm going to say, do the priestly blessing for you. May God bless you and keep you. May God and His source of love always keep you in love. Shalom. And most importantly, may you always have shalom light, peace in your house, and may you continue your journey for at least 36 more years. And even kiss the bride.
We're not a wedding.
It's better than a wedding. It's long lasting love.
That's
So,
cute.
is there anyone that would like to do the Kiddush? Please come up and lead us in the Kiddush on page 5. You may.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei beri hagafen Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinfilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila למקראי קודש, זכר לציון מצרים. כי בנו פוחת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים לשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון המחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Wow, what a voice you have. I was, well, wow. I didn't expect that. That is fantastic. You can be seated, but before you're seated, I also wanted to just quickly mention that, not quickly mention, but give gratitude to the priests for our own egg this evening. Yep. So thank you also for that. So let's turn to page 344 for Shiru Ladonai. 344? Shir Hadash, right? Am I right? Yep. I like it when I'm right. Okay. Yeah. Shir Ladonai, Shir Hadash, Shir Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. You don't know this one? Oh, okay, so I'll teach it to you. Why not, right? Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Shir Hadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. All right, let's just do that part right now. Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Shir Hadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Again, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Shir Hadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Second part, Shiru Ladonai. Baruch Shemo, Baruch Shemo, Basrumi Yom Le'yom, Basrumi Yom Le'yom, Yeshua Tov. Let's do the first part again. Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Shir Hadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Shir Hadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basrumi Yom Le'yom, Yeshua Tov. Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basrumi Yom Le'yom, Yeshua Tov. Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Shir Hadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. One of the things that we're supposed to do on Shabbat is sing a new song, and so you have celebrated Shabbat perfectly by learning a new song. Although it wasn't necessarily intentional, you have now fulfilled one of the mitzvot of Shabbat. Let's turn to page 26 for the Chazon Kaddish. Yikara v'yikadash shnei rabba, v'yalmad yifrach yirutei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayei chol yom echad, v'chayei lechol beit Yisrael, ba'ala, u'bizman karim, v'yimeru, amen. Yehi shnei rabba mevorach, Leolam olol me'amaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach, Ve'yishtabach, Yitbar, Yitbroma, Ve'yinaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitale, V'yitalal, Shemei Dekudashah, Le'lam, Yitmobir, Chata Ve'shirata, Tushbechata Le'nechemata, Ta'amiran Mi'alma, Amen. And if you would like to and are able to, please rise for the bar. Baruch et Adonai, Oh God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire to be so strong. Let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release us from darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. Roll into darkness, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into darkness, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Boreyom v'layla, golel or miknei choshen, golel or miknei choshen, v'choshen miknei or. Roll into darkness, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into darkness, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shivkevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Maybe see it. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levacha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam levanecha, vidivartam, beshivtecha, v'beitecha, v'lechtecha, v'derech, u'b'shofecha, u'mecha, u'kshartam le'od al yadecha, ve'ayu letotafot v'neinecha, u'chtavtam, al mezuzot beitecha, U'misharecha leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim li'yot lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or whether you are rested. Good reminder. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your visions. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gates. They are reminders to do all my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God. And please turn to page 40 for the Milchama. Hopefully it's one you know. Yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai yai lai lai la lai la 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 lai ya la 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 lai la 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 lai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi chamocha ne'echar b'kodesh noratehi lo sechelet noratehi lo sechelet. Malachutecha ra'ufanecha ukeyayam l'ifnei Moshe u'Miriam Ze'elianu v'yameru Ze'elianu v'yameru Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed. So I'm told that you know my Ashkenazim. So we're going to see if you do. I'm going to tell Lonnie if you do it or not. The Hashivenu prayer is one of my favorite prayers. Which other? Oh, we know that's hilarious. I like that. So let's let's just, I'm just gonna read this beautiful English reading on page 43. The second one. You can join me if you'd like. Give us a great place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long, evening shadows of your truth. For you are protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare us as we return. Spread over us the shelter of peace. Over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom. V'ha'amidenu shomreinu lechayim. Lechayim. Rosaleinu Sukat Shlomecha. V'taknenu be'etza tova. Milchanecha. Let us lie down and sleep in peace. I don't know my own Akiba. Let us lie down in peace. Help us wake up with light. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Light in the darkness that seems to find us. Heal the hunger in our hearts that binds us. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Shelter us, shelter us. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Erase the anger upon our faces. Blanket us in your good graces. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Remove our hands from the sword of sorrow. Make us grateful for tomorrow. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Shelter us, oh, shelter us, shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'amidenu shomreinu lechayim. For our standing prayer, the Amidah. So if you would please turn to page 46 and rise. Adonai sepatai tita ufiani ilateta. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hadorah, El Elyon, Omer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Avot, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, U'mevii Gvula livnei bneihem, Lema'an Shemo ve'ahava, Melech Hosea Baruch atah Adonai, Magid Avraham Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor leolam Adonai, Mechayeach Kol atah Rav leoshia. Morid ha'kol, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye ha'kol berachamim rabim. Somech novim verofei olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ma'giburot, Umidom melech, melech meni, Umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'chayotav. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye ha'kol. Atah kadosh, kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom, yalelu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kol. יהיו לרצון נמרי פי. יהיו לרצון נמרי פי. ביום ליבי לפניך. יהיו לרצון נמרי Adonai Suri Legoali. Adonai Suri Legoali. My rock and my redeemer. Adonai Suri Legoali. My heart opens for you. My lips pray to you. Please, please shine through. So now is the time that we put out our intentions, prayer for healing. So if there's anybody here who wants to say somebody's name out loud, I'll just run my hand.
Friends.
Sunday.
David Joppa, Carol Diamond.
Judy Walters.
David Fishman.
to add Mishpera was my dear friend Jeremy Diamond and my very, very dear friend Jen Mendel. And Cantorwani and our whole family, and everybody out there who is still suffering with COVID. It continues and continues and continues. Misha Be'erach Avotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, ve'Yaakov. Misha Be'erach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your will. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Mishabeirach Avotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, ve'Yaakov. Mishabeirach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Time for the sermon. I promise it will not be long. So tomorrow night, we're going to be celebrating, I wouldn't say celebrating, we're going to be observing Tisha B'Av. Just a quick, brief explanation of what that is, in case you don't know, because this is one of those forgotten observances, not one of the more popular ones. It is a fast day in Judaism, and it's primarily focusing on our grief for the destruction of both Solomon's temple and the Neo-Babylonian and the second temple by the Roman Empire in Jerusalem. It marks 3 weeks between dire straits, and it is regarded as the saddest day in the Jewish calendar. And I think that's the main thing that you need to know, is that it really is just a day of mourning, a day where we process grief, really. But there are many other things supposedly that happened on Tisha B'Av, other than the destruction of the temples. So I think that it's a kind of a brilliant, another example of the brilliance of the Jewish calendar. We are not only allowed, but commanded to grieve. As Jews, we recognized long ago that there can be no healing without grieving. no cleansing without tears. I remember right after my father passed away, I was grieving. I was crying and crying, and the tears were just flowing and flowing and flowing, and they didn't stop. One well-meaning friend of my parents said to me, "Are you ever going to stop crying?" And I didn't know if I would, actually. It was natural to grieve at that time. And I think had I listened to this friend and and felt ashamed of crying, that my healing would never have been complete. And my grieving would never have been complete. While the goal, of course, is for us to choose life, to get on with the rebuilding of what is fallen, and what has been taken away or demolished. We can't get around the grieving part. We can't skip the grieving part. And I think that as a country and a world, right now, we are simply in a state of grief. And we have the right to be. We have lost time with loved ones. We have experienced a scary shift in human rights. We have experienced climate change and horrible gun violence. Our beautiful inaugural poet, Amanda Gorman, writes, "Everything hurts. Our hearts shadowed and strange, minds made muddy and mute. We carry tragedy, terrifying and true, and yet none of it is new. We knew it as home, as horror, as heritage. Even our children cannot be children. Cannot be. Everything hurts. It's a hard time to be alive and an even harder time to stay that way. We're burdened to live out these days while at the same time blessed to outlive them. This alarm is how we know we must be altered, that we must differ or die, that we must triumph or try. Thus, hate cannot be terminated. It can be transformed into a love that lets us live. May we not just grieve, but give. May we not just ache, but act. May our sign right to bear arms never blind our sight from shared harm. May we choose our children over chaos. May another innocent never be lost. Maybe everything hurts, our hearts shadowed and strange, but only when everything hurts, may everything change. We have, after we cry and we grieve and we mourn, we will rise again. And our Judaism tells us that we must do so. We have approximately, and I hate to even think of this, but we have approximately 5.5 weeks until Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of a new year, to come to terms, to come to some kind of acceptance. Not that we like it, but to come to some kind of acceptance for all that we have lost. And then it will be a new year, and we can begin to rebuild, renew, repurpose, rejuvenate, and restore. But right now, we remember tragedies of old, more recent, and tragedies more recent, and we acknowledge our sorrow in community. Because while we are sad and suffering, it will always be tempered by love and the knowledge that we are never alone. May we all remember, may we all grieve well if you are grieving. May you never let anybody tell you to stop crying. And may your Shabbat be holy and peaceful. So now I believe we have some announcements. Am I right?
Shabbat shalom to all who are here, and Shabbat shalom to all who are online with us. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to see you. It really is. I look out and I see smiling faces. Some masked and some not masked, but I still see smiling faces. You're all smiling, aren't you?
Yep.
And Kanta, thank you so very much for stepping in tonight. We really appreciate it. before, come back again.
I certainly will. I love it.
Okay, you now have an invitation.
Cantorlani is very, very blessed with you. Have this conversation.
Is there anybody here tonight for the first time? I don't think so.
Yes.
Way, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you have enjoyed our services. I hope you will look into more of what Temple Akiba has to offer. If you have any questions, I guess I usually say, if you have any questions, look for those people who are wearing a white badge. Well, I'm the only one wearing one tonight. So if you have any questions, I'll see you during the Onyx Shabbat. It'll be my pleasure. You'll have to forgive me. I thank you both very, very much for lighting the candles. When I say you have to forgive me, I don't remember names that well. I really don't. Heidi and Hilton. And muzzle tough to you on your double high. Really, it's fantastic. We have a couple of announcements. Nothing really going on drastically during the summer months, but there are a couple of things that I picked up off the table. August 20th will be the second paddle board with the rabbi. I understand the first one was rather successful. I was not there, of course, but I understand. Anyway, it's August 20th from 5:30 to 8 o'clock. Sign up. I've had yourself a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun, I was told. Saturday night from 7 to 10, August 13th, the end of summer party. Music, dancing, singing, and I think it'll be led by Craigie Baby. It's worthwhile coming to. That is on Saturday, August the 13th. I don't have a date. Catherine hasn't given me a date, but please be on the lookout for the next Challah Bake-Off. Would you please? I understand also that they're very, very successful. This one I plan on coming to. This one I plan on coming to.
August 18th.
What?
August 18th.
August 18th. Cantalani, we miss you. Please hurry up and get well. We love you. And we're all sending you, and I say all, we're all sending you a refuah shlema. Rabbi, enjoy your vacation. You and Ron are in Israel. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I said it anyway. I know you're missing us, and I know you're missing the kids. But you'll come home to us. You'll come home to the kids. Again, Canto, thank you so very, very much for filling in tonight. Filling in is not correct. It really is not correct. Thank you for being here with us. I mean, we just couldn't do without you. We really could. Again, Shabbat Shalom to you here. Shabbat Shalom to you online. Have a wonderful and great week.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I think I'm about to do the Aleinu that you may not know. And so it's an Aleinu that I like. You don't have to rise for it. I'm actually going to say don't rise for this Aleinu. I do not mind if you do, but it's more of a tune than a davening. It's a lovely interpretation of Aleinu. But please feel free to rise if you'd like. It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. It's what we are free to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Aleinu neshabeah. It's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before. What stories will be told of us when we are here no more? We commit ourselves to action. It brings meaning to our days. Aleinu neshabeah. It's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision. We're an answer to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply time to live our race. Aleinu leshabeach. It's time to live our race. Tonight, we say Kaddish for Aaron Ron Nathanson, the husband of Janet Nathanson. Oh, this is Shloshim. Maxine Sokoloff, the mother of Steve Sokoloff. And we say Kaddish for Richard Alexander, the father of Karen Alexander, Lillian Fisher, Jack Johnson, Ben Norman, Frida Newman, Leo Orloff, Bob Rona, the husband of Rebecca, Estelle Swira, I hope I pronounced that right, and Stan Becker, Sally Beckus, Jacob Berger, Clara Bogash, the mother of Francis Lafferman, Selma Cohen, grandmother of Dylan Cole, Berwin Fortman, husband of Zeta Fortman, Edward Gould, father of Jack Gould, Max Himmel, grandfather of John Magulas, Muriel Jackson, the grandfather of Eric Metz, and just to make sure I don't miss them, okay. Marcy Casper, aunt of Matthew Sherman, Sam Kirschenblatt, father of Beverly, patient Margaret B. Loiser, mother of Elaine Kaufman, Jack Markowitz, grandfather of Jamie Saltzman, Pearl Puritz, Rachel Shapiro, mother of Henry Shapiro, Sally Silverman, mother of Philip Silverman, Abe Spinner, grandfather of Eric Potrecht, Jacob Temkin, father of Elizabeth Temkin, and I apologize if I mispronounced anyone. Please rise if you're in Shloshim or if it is your tradition to rise to the Kaddish. Oh, thank you. Anyone else? Say Kaddish tonight? Kadal be Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Bi'alma Dibrach Hirute Bi'amlich Malchute. B'chaye Chon B'yomechon B'chaye D'chol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala U'izman Kari V'yimaru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mivarach Le'olam U'olmei Olaya. Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yigromam V'yitaseh V'yitadar V'yitalev V'yitalal Shmei D'Kudishah Le'elam V'kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechamata Da'amiran V'yalma V'yimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba V'yishmaya L'chaim Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael V'yimaru Amen. Osei Shalom V'yimramah Uya Osei Shalom Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael V'yimaru Amen. So I'm just going to sing a final say shalom, and we'll get to enjoy the delightful oneg that was generously given to us by the Greeks. Oh, say shalom Dibroma. Hallelujah, say shalom shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al Yisrael. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al Yisrael. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom. Shalom ve'al Yisrael. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al Yisrael. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shalom.